Hi there, this is Jen Kitzmiller with the National Weather Service in Missoula, and I have your planning briefing from July 23rd, 2020. So here's just a quick overview of what we're looking at this week. Today, Thursday, is looking like the most active day in terms of thunderstorms. We're expecting pretty widespread activity, especially from roughly Missoula and southward. As we move into Friday, it looks breezy but drier, and that trend of drier continues into the weekend. We do have a warm-up coming starting on Sunday, but especially towards the Monday-Tuesday time frame. And then a next kind of chance of more widespread thunder comes in Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. So here's a look at the current satellite imagery, and the main thing I want to point out is this area of blue and green colors. Those are representing areas in the atmosphere where cloud tops are cooler, so they're reaching higher into the atmosphere, and that's indicative of this monsoonal wave of moisture and energy that's coming up from southwest Idaho this morning. That's going to bring our increased thunderstorm chances. Here is a graphic showing the probability of cloud to ground lightning this afternoon through the evening. So this is over a roughly 12-hour time frame between noon today and midnight tonight. And this is the chance of a cloud to ground lightning strike within roughly 10-mile radius of any given location. And so you'll see the highest chances are from roughly Helena down to around Hamilton, and then southward encompassing mainly the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest across southwest Montana, where we've got anywhere from 70 to 80% chance of seeing a cloud to ground lightning strike within 10 miles of these locations. You'll see the chances decrease pretty quickly as you head northward. Missoula area has a roughly 30% chance, and then as you move up towards Kalispell and far northwest Montana, it's almost a 0% chance of lightning. So really that main focus looks like it's going to be across the Bitterroot, Beaverhead Deer Lodge, southern portions of the Clearwater Nez Perce, maybe extending up into the Lolo National Forest. Here's an image that shows rough timing of thunderstorms. It looks like we're already starting to see some thunderstorms develop here across central Idaho at around 11 o'clock this morning. And that activity with time is going to be shifting to the north and east. And so here you'll see the loop starting over again. And so kind of making its way into the Bitterroot around 2, and then over into portions of the Lolo and southwest Montana here later this afternoon into the early evening. There is a fair amount of moisture in the atmosphere, so for the most part we are expecting for these storms to have some moisture, maybe even some heavy rain in some of the heavier storms. Some of the other threats will be the cloud to ground lightning and gusty winds, and there is a chance of seeing some hail, but we're maybe not as confident in that as some of these other threats. As we move forward into Friday, we're going to have a trough of low pressure kind of settling over the Pacific Northwest. And so, I mean, it's not overly cold, but we'll be seeing temperatures similar to what we're seeing today on Thursday, which will be largely 80s for many valley locations. But that is going to bring in a little bit more wind. So we'll be seeing breezy conditions with gusts anywhere in the 25 to 35 mile per hour range. And even though it is going to be a little bit cooler, it's going to be a drier air mass, so our RHs will be down likely in the low 20% range. So it's nothing overly critical. However, we did want to highlight this because being that we've had a couple days of lightning, particularly down towards the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest, that wind could maybe bring some of those spots forward, make them noticeable, any potential lightning starts. So just wanted to point that out. On Friday, for the most part, it looks dry as far as chances of showers and thunderstorms, but there is still going to be a little bit of a chance. Generally, across the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest, we've got in that 30 to 40% chance of seeing cloud to ground lightning in that area tomorrow, Friday afternoon. Those storms, anything that does form tomorrow on Friday, will tend to be on the drier side. So While today we are looking at potential for rainfall, tomorrow the chance of that would be lower. Moving into the weekend, you'll see this kind of trough starts to push off into central Montana, and that leaves us here in western Montana and north central Idaho under a drier northwest flow. It'll still maintain kind of cooler conditions compared to the heat we've seen earlier this week. Winds don't look quite as strong Saturday into Sunday, but there will still be some afternoon breezes. But our RHs will be lowering as a little bit drier air mass continues to work into the region. So we'll see RHs starting to drop down into the low 20s and maybe even some teens each afternoon. And then we are still going to maintain a threat of some thunderstorms mainly across the Beaverhead Deer Lodge on Saturday. You'll see that threat is shifted even a little further south, so it's mainly just going to be those southern portions of the Beaverhead Deer Lodge. Again, there won't be a lot of moisture to work with on Saturday, so any of those storms that do develop could again not produce a lot of precipitation. Early next week, it does look like the ridge of high pressure is going to amplify back over the region. So especially by Monday into Tuesday, it'll warm back up significantly with many valleys trending back up into the 90s across the region. With that, we're going to be seeing those lowering RHs likely into the teens, pretty widespread spread across the area. And this kind of pattern also sets up the potential for some strengthening thermal belts, leading to some poor RH recoveries on the mid-slopes and ridges at night. So just something to keep in mind as we get into Monday, Tuesday next week. Monday looks pretty dry, but as far as we get into that Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, you'll see this trough over California. That's going to kind of shift up towards this neck of the woods. So as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, there is going to be some increasing chances of some monsoonal moisture and maybe some showers and thunderstorms. So just something to keep an eye on. Here's the 6 to 10 day outlook. Overall, the favored kind of pattern is for below normal precipitation to continue and above normal temperatures to continue. And that's going all the way out into the first day of August. So here's the weather threat matrix just in summary. Friday, the main thing to highlight is wind, although we are looking at chances some thunderstorms across southwest Montana, mainly the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest. That threat continues into Saturday. Sunday looks pretty dry, little bit of a warming trend, and then as we get into the Monday time frame, that's when things really start to warm up and dry out. And then, as I mentioned, by Tuesday we're seeing those increasing thunder chances. That's all I have for today. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to give us a call at any time and we'll be happy to help you out. Have a great day.